Good morning. Ow. Oof, ouch, my bones. Oh, I didn't leave the... Fuck, I didn't change to 16. You'll have to forgive me, I'm all over the fucking place. Which is... What the fuck is... Thank you. Piece of shit. Yeah, your boy is all over the fucking place. Because I wasn't going to stream, and then, oh, that's gonna double up until I put my headphones in. I was thinking about not streaming, but then I was like, fuck it. I'm not... Like, I'm gonna do nothing but lay in bed otherwise, until, my heart out this afternoon. So... Fuck it, why not? We might get just, we probably won't get too much story done today. I think I'm just gonna try and, like, do hunts and all that shit. I also want to try and avoid getting locked into longer story sequences, because, again, I have a hard out, which is, like, at the latest in 4 hours. So, yeah. We're gonna try not to, get into too much, crazy shit today. How old, newest girl? Oh, boy. I was a bit more worried about my voice, but, I guess we'll see how that goes, too. Yeah, like, for any reason at all, I could just say, okay, I'm done. For the record. I do not want to push myself in this state. I just thought it would be neat to have, or to do something today that's not, especially because there's some stuff looming on the horizon that I want to get ready for, and I can't get ready for it if I'm still playing 16 on the weekends, so, yeah. We'll see what we get up to today. Of course. And also, hopefully, this controller doesn't give out on me. Alright. Fuck what are we doing? And then we got a main quest thing to do, but before we do that...
Will we ever see the sun again?
Isn't the sun out? Oh, I guess it's still peering through the clouds.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, we got a reputation thing.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Ooh. Ability points. Hugo's men are gone, and with them the fear in our hearts. Once more shall the markets echo with mirth and merriment, and it is you who we have to thank. Dalamil Spicer.
You earned this.
Thank you.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive. Quick look.
Got anything? Oh, we got nothing. Oh shit, I guess we've only got story. Fuck, I forgot about that. What was I thinking we could... I think there's a bunch of hunts, right? There's only 2. I guess we killed the Svarog. Oh, weird. I thought there was more side stuff to do. Oh, whatever. I guess we'll do main shit then. And we'll see if I can still remember how to do the Bahamut combo shit. I haven't had much time to lab, since last stream, so I'm still a bit raw on what that stuff is actually going to look like. Like it seems like it has potentially higher potential. The problem is that, like, from what I can tell, you can just start slamming Y during certain animations that you otherwise wouldn't be able to attack in, and it will attack. The problem is that, like, generally I'd want all those hits going toward the lightning rod, and I don't know if there's a way I can, like, guarantee that's going to happen. Which makes me wonder if I'm better off just going with, is it ignition that's the... with the fire charge instead. I don't know. The Bahamut fucking satellites or options seem, like, really cool, and they're really cool for, like, during your combos, but, like, I'm so cooldown heavy in the burst window at the moment that I don't know if it's actually worth taking. And then, oh, Jesus. What the fuck?
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
I don't think you're very good at this, bro. If it's kind of wild how much this guy was kind of painted as, like, this guy lurking in the dark with of this place and kind of having a lot of strings to pull, and then, like, it just immediately all goes to shit for him.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
Why are you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So we're not gonna talk to them. Okay. Cool.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake,
Probably just go kill the
let
bandits.
them choose for themselves.
Oh.
And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action.
What?
Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if...
What? Wait, so, I'm sorry, what? What do we, what?
Convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
What is even the third I genuinely don't understand. So, the third option is to put all their money together and... But, wait, isn't the dispute over what should be done with those resources? I don't see how there's a third option here. Like, oh yeah, let's just work together. Like, oh wow, I wonder if we didn't think of that before. It's almost like...
Your own city guard. With you as captain.
Me? I don't know about that.
But, like, their dispute is over what to do, not that... Like, they're not saying they're gonna do different things to help. In fact, them dividing and conquering and using some resources to buy mercenaries, some to buy supplies, and then have, like, a bit of both and defend the town sounds more, like, because he's implying that they're not going to work together, but I'm pretty sure the whole dilemma is that they're fighting over what direction the town should go. Go, Jill.
Here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad. May I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
Oh, we're lying.
Pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalam's finest sounds better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Yeah, it would have been really cool to establish beforehand that actually Jill's a really smooth talker and that she's kind of invaluable to the team and not just, like, rely on her as a Deus Ex Machina halfway through the story when we just arbitrarily decide that, oh, Jill would be good for this.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
But,
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something, and we may yet be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but...
I agree with Natalie.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' slight.
I feel... Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like this situation's actually incredibly stupid. So, I want to make sure I understand this. So the problem is that Conrad specifically wanted to hire, mercenaries. And Natalie wanted to try and buy supplies from other places. And the third option is pull that money together to abstractly defend the town.
I
maybe I need to see this actually play out.
That now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Hey, is this 60% of the way through the game that the game actually decides to...
Star roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
It appears I have no choice but to do what little I can to defend what little we have. But I would not see any unnecessary blood spilt. We need a plan.
Where the fuck did Jill go? Jill? Oh, she's still over there. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Are we, like, more than halfway through the game and had finally deigned to give
Mummy.
Jill, like, a very clear upside to Clive? Is that what's happening? Did we just suddenly decide that Jill needs actual character again?
Good news, Sid. Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak.
Alright.
All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
What? Like, newest girl, she's not even the problem. It's entirely the story positioning her in places. It's just like, oh, you're telling me the woman... You're telling me the woman who is the opposite of the gruff main protagonist is actually good at talking with people? And the game only recently... What the fuck is up with my microphone? I feel like it's going much louder than it usually does. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Like, at first I was looking at that and going, oh yeah, no, I'm obviously speaking loudly. But no, that doesn't look right. Microphone. No, I want to... Yeah, because I'm peaking a lot more while I'm regularly talking, which doesn't usually happen. Device properties. 82, that ain't right. You should be down to 69 like the rest of them. Ah! Yeah, okay, that's better. That's better. I still end up going into the red when I'm, like, starting to talk, but yeah. Fucking Windows. Yeah, it's just like, bro, we're so far into the game, and this is, like, I think it's happened once or twice, but it's never really been, like, the point of a scene that Jill is far better at, kind of improvising and talking to people than Clive is. Which, like, we didn't need to know that, because it was pretty obvious, but... Like, having a character moment like that is cool, because it puts it at the forefront. It establishes that that is a thing and not just an accident, right? But, like, you want to do this earlier on, But the problem is, if you do that earlier on, then any time that Clive is going up and talking to people where, like, persuasion is actually required, the player's going to be asking, hey, why don't we get Jill here? She's, like, really good at talking to people. Why aren't... Can we just get Jill? We could just, like, Jill's really good at this. Why is Jill not here if we need this? Oh, she got arbitrarily taken off screen? Oh. Oh, that sucks. Anyway.
I have a favor to ask.
Fuck.
I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
And by that I mean I'm going to turn them all into paste.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
Get his ass, Jill.
They mean to overwhelm us.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna take care of your buddies first, and then I'll be on to you, sir. No, I'm... Sir, I don't... No, Clive. Clive? Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah. Oh my god, you fucking asshole. Oh, I hate. Oh my god. Yippee.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Solidarity forever, until they decide on what to do with the money again.
Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Hey, bud.
Was wondering when you turn up. Had ours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystal.
Jill's not in the scene anymore. What the fuck? Bro!
The next is in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
It's just, yeah, like, it's just... This game is very good at, like, writing banter and... writing banter and stuff. I think that's its strongest point. I think it's a bit shaky when it's trying to do dialogue that explicitly moves along the plot. Like, it can feel a bit heavy-handed here and there. But one of the absolute worst parts of this game, I feel, is just... the writing decisions that are made to say who is in this scene. And unfortunately, it's almost universally Jill that is just arbitrarily left out. Like, unless she explicitly has use in the scene. Not even just as, like, colourful commentary or anything like that, right? It's... yeah, it's not great. Mayhiro really said, I'm gonna cook up Ice Heart 2.0 and then not use her ever. Yeah. Yeah. Well, no. I'm gonna make Ice Heart 2 and she's like, you know who she feels like? And granted, this character actually gets acknowledged screen time and, like, doesn't have the same problem. Well, actually, fuck. Maybe I don't want to make this comparison then. Because that is a very different circumstance. But it feels like... I mean, she's basically... yeah. It's a lot simpler than I was going to make, than the comparison I was going to make. It just feels like the way that a lot of really early video games used to write women. Where, like, they are a damsel in distress, or explicitly a romantic interest, or a plot device. Sometimes all three at the same time, but they're rarely ever a character. And the frustrating thing is that this game very much did give her a character, but then they just don't have her appear in as many scenes as she could. Fucking, what are you doing?
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him, before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Same, man.
Joshua.
Well, okay, maybe not same.
Clive, it's Gav.
Oh, what the fuck now?
There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Calver.
Oh, that's fun. Why did we have 2 loading? Okay.
Well, what's the short of it?
Don't Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide. but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
Thank you, Jill. Get ye ass to bed.
I told him the exact same thing.
Were Talia not such a talented healer?
Oh no. I'm sorry, I have to make the joke. What, do you think we listen to women in this game?
I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who is to wait for me in Tabor if we became separate.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
Yippee! Look on his face!
Fine.
Thank you.
He's so happy!
Look after him.
What? No! 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 You shut the fuck up right now! You... No. Are you fucking for real? Where do I see my party makeup, game? Okay, no, Jill's here as well. Okay. Oh, fuck. The way that scene was cut, it looked like Jill just stood there off screen as Clive was leaving, and I was gonna be like, you are not doing this again! Fuck you! Oh, Scratchy voice is very good for that energy that I was bringing. Zapak. Okay. Okay, alright, yeah, we've got some side quests to do. Okay, cool, cool. Cool. Is there new stuff in... I don't think there was.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Specialist boy, the brother, the girl, and the dog. Perfect
You put me
JRPG
in
party.
this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
What?
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Alright.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old
Oh
man
my
like
god, an
myself.
honest to god, innit?
I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, You've got a reputation to uphold.
Molly, why didn't you ask him? It wouldn't have been that hard.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
That voice sounds really
It's not
familiar.
who, but what? Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
They just disappeared from behind Clive. Oh. Oh, not those kids? Oh. Whoops, wrong
Here's one,
ones.
Hippocrates.
God, knew his
Come
goal.
pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in
Hell yeah,
contemporary
newest
parlance,
girl. Glad to hear.
a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Why are we going... What the fuck is that? Oh, right. Okay, you may as well head outside. It is. It's very good. It's a very good voice for a scholarly old man, that's for sure. Hey, Goots.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything alright, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's alright. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Alright. Alright, Karen. Who have you been black market dealing with?
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest.
There should be a visible sweat on his face at this point.
Alright. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Are ya? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
I feel like we could have treated that a little bit more seriously, if I'm being honest, and not Clive just barging in like, hey Karen, you giving weapons to bandits, and just letting her chew us out, but more like, hey, we've heard there's rumors, and she goes like, well, what the fuck, you think that's true? It's like, well, no, but why would someone be spreading that?
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Maybe I shouldn't be caught. Oh no, go fuck yourself if you want to do side quests. Okay, cool. Thanks, video game. I love that you gave me side quests at the exact moment I can't do any of them.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
Good.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't stop!
Don't think I could
You
say
know
no
what
to
we should
Goots
do?
personally.
I
Yeah.
say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all striped. I'm telling you, I can
Oh
fix
no, they broke it. I don't know. I think it's really weird the way that was written. I think there's a lot more of a reasonable approach that Clive could have taken to Karen to, like, actually get a bit out of her of, like, hey, why would someone in Dalamil, want to slight you like that? And it would have given, like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, she's a crotchety old woman. She doesn't need to be much more than that, but it would have been nice to just take a moment for Karen to be like, well, yeah, well, yeah, in Dalamil, there's a trader there who, hates me fucking guts because I keep stealing all his customers. Why wouldn't he want to do that? And like, maybe she legitimately opens up about some of the shit she's done in the past and says, like, he's probably spending shit I've done in the past and saying I'm still doing it. Like, I don't know why we needed to go, hey, Karen, and then Karen just explodes and Clive doesn't take any reasonable... Women don't get
I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
You'll get us all straight. I'm telling you, I can fix them.
Me jumping for joy for not listening to women. Fucking... This... Kids...
Sid!
Out of your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
God, Mitsubuma. No, she's just an engineer.
Responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Oh, Sid, no. Clive, no. No, Clive.
Alright. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff.
Fucking bangers, oh my god.
Goops. I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So,
did it.
Now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Ah, all finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
The new horse girl.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
You children are British. You're not meant to be pronouncing the H.
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley.
The horse girl. God.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
I'm assuming the cogwheel wasn't part of it. Like, you don't need a fucking cog to make the thing go. Or at least I wouldn't have assumed so.
Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Nope. Don't know what you're talking about, kid.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akasha are coming and they won't stop until they slaughtered everything.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
It's alright, ladies. So long as the Akashic don't learn to swim, I think we're all good. I think we're good there.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see.
If someone else had to...
Do you know why?
If someone else had to teach the idea... teach the lesson, it was Def's Mid's idea. You're right.
Has been spending so much time
God.
at the hideaway of late.
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
You've given them far more than that. and I'm sure they're very grateful.
Yippee. I think that's enough for a reputation boost again. Or I guess a reputation reward.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
It sure is.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
No risk, no reward. And ammo. Since I can remember, I have served none but myself, turned my back on the world for a handful of silks and a heavy purse. But where has that left me? It is hard to keep joy in one's heart when all those around you are without. Something must change. That change starts with me.
Here you are.
Right over my head, newest goal. Increases Lionheart tonic duration by 30 seconds. That seems like a lot.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
God damn. Alright, well, I guess we're... 311 song. Oh, gotcha. Hey, 311 was at, 311 was at, Good Things yesterday. I never saw them before. Yeah, I haven't really listened to their music a lot. But I gotta say, their fucking lead singer is like... He must be like 60 or something like that, but he's fucking jacked. My mom was really into them, so I grew up around it. Now that makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick break just to get some more water and, put away dishes and that, and when we return... I guess we're back on MSQ, because we can't be doing anything else. Or, although this might be another situation where we open the map and then it's like, cool, you can go back and do anything else you want now. So, I guess we'll see. I'm back. That took a bit longer than I planned because I realized I didn't wash my face this morning. Fuck. Other way around. And I changed my skincare routine a little bit because a friend of mine recommended a facial scrub that also doubles as a face mask, which is meant to be a little less intense, just as a scrub, but like still obviously, you know, cleansing and that. And it's been working a treat so far, and I want to try and maintain the routine to actually see some good results, because God knows I've been dealing with fucking shitty skin for, well, ever since I was a fucking teenager. Okay. Alright. What is waiting for us here? A wind-blasted sprawl of bottomless ravines latticed with the colossal flotsam of a people fallen. Why is that so loud? Oh, that's why. Hell yeah. What's the speech on? Happy puppy. VR tech and education. Cool. Cloak and dagger. Oh boy.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry.
Clive, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the actual fuck up. Oh my god. It's due in 6 hours. I'm like halfway done with the outline. You only need cliff notes for a speech.
Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
I cannot fucking believe Joshua's like, I'm just really glad to be here, guys. And Clive is like, shut the fuck up, Josh. Don't know what you're talking about. Bro, chill. Prof wants us to submit and include 4 sources. Okay, fair enough. What, you're not actually performing the speech or anything like that? You're just, like, writing one up?
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
You do have to do that too. Ah. I don't know, man. I get it.
I know something more. What's it worth to you?
Why the fuck is this still so loud?
I've got 100 gil and a chocobo feather.
Like, I get it from some perspective of like, hey, you should write out the full speech so I can see what it is and then perform it so I can see that you're doing it. But like, I feel like the actual effective way to do a speech is not to do that. Is to write the complete thing you want to, the complete set of things you want to say and then condense them into like, you know, flashcards. Because like, literally writing the speech word for word can make it sound like very stiff. And obviously it helps some people, but I've always found, like, that's more of a hindrance than anything else.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
it's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price. Be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
Huh.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
You know, I'm honestly surprised that they haven't, like, had NPCs that are following you, like, comment on the quests you're doing. Given how much, like, dynamic actual dialogue exists throughout, like, walking through the stalls, like this, I'm really surprised they didn't take the opportunity for, like, you know, Jill or your companions to chime in some way. Like, I know Torgal can't say much, but, you know, he can bark.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there's a missed opportunity there, but, you know, that would require voice acting, and, yeah.
Run like the wind.
Obviously a lot.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Yippee.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Lol. Lamau.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
No. Oh my god, Clive! You... The auto-targeting on this is fucking infuriating. Oh, god damn it.
It's over.
That'll work.
done it now.
Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names!
Get his ass.
Stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goot, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue.
My boy, you sound way too noble and or racist to be saying that and me not thinking that it was a good thing that she ruined your lives.
Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind.
Of course.
So it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself.
I really wanted Karen
So,
to smash him,
Wet
honestly.
Legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Bruh.
Is he?
Dead? No. But I reckon it wishes it was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge.
What the fuck?
I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
God damn.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Fuck. You're not gonna comment on that? Let that be a lesson to you lot. Don't cross Karen. Fuck me. Okay, so yeah, this wasn't... I guess... This happens a bit too much, where I feel like it's just like, oh, we didn't address the obvious thing, so let's go and do the trope of, I'm gonna go and do the thing, and oh, look, the character who's, who we've been talking about this whole time just turns up. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that, and honestly, I would have loved to see fucking Karen sit that guy's ass down. That was close enough. Nope, that's good. Mm-hmm. Holy fuck. But yeah, also, like, fuck that guy. Like, literally just petty revenge. Well, sorry. Petty revenge at first, then Karen actually ruined his life as a traitor. But then, fucking words.
There were ghosts at the gates, not days.
You needn't fret.
Ah, it's gone. Fuck. But yeah, the bastard takes, like, years to try and actually ruin her reputation just to... like... spreading fucking rumors... And the fucking audacity of that bastard to be like, well, she ought to pay in blood for what she did. Which was far less than just fucking what, like, literally what you got coming.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right, let's get this over with.
Oh, that did not work the way I thought it was going to. Oh. Raptor liver. Nice.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Right, yellow.
Yeah, I feel like this is just straight up not good. Yeah. I'm gonna have to see if I can actually switch shit in combat.
With a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Yeah, I just hope there's like a decent way to like switch up abilities before bosses and stuff like that, because at the moment it doesn't look like there is a good way of doing that.
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
While this pungent herb, once known as Drake's Mint, has no known curative properties, it does have the ability to mask foul odors and flavors, which is why it is found in recipes involving particularly foul-smelling flesh, such as the lights and livers of wild beasts. Some naturalists believe that it is the blueback wyvern's proclivity to feed on carrion that results in their livers becoming so engorged, and that the saints' bonnets with which they follow their meals serve to ameliorate this effect. Others claim that it is the blooms themselves which cause the damage, wyverns being so taken with the flower's taste they cannot resist. Damn.
And what
My
precisely are you
celiac
cooking
friends
up?
when eating gluten.
Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Sounded more like a swallow to me, but... Oh, he's dead.
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish.
Ah, he's just overdramatic.
It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
What? Were you fucking crazy? Bro. No. It's not worth it. I would find it fucking hilarious if everyone else tasted it and went, oh yes, that's alright. And Ivan's just like fucking uniquely like, just... Yeah, everyone in this fucking place has a hyper-focus of some kind. His is just food.
nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
I'm already giving this place a market discount. I'd be selling it at a complete loss if I'd discounted it anymore. Continental censer. According to Karen, a censer packed with herbs and ambergris can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. So you can read. Congratulations. I love her so much.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
The funny thing I imagine now is that, like, Karen would have needed Clive and Goots to hold him down. So I'm imagining, like, Goots on one side, Clive on the other, with grabbing that guy's limbs, and, like, Karen mounted on him, and you just see a slow zoom on Goots's face as he watches that happen. Oh, fuck. An ornate brass censer from beyond the outer seas, gifted to Clive by Karen for his assistance in clearing her name. According to the cantankerous shopkeep, when packed with herbs and ambergris and left to smoulder, the fragrant smoke produced can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments while bringing love and fortune. Hell yeah. Oh shit. We got more letters. Dramatis Personae. The Garden League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us all leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard, we have your better half to thank. She put on quite the performance. As for yours... well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery? And your projection? And those stiff limbs of yours. And your countenance. And, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? A humble request. Sebastian Rutherford. Oh, right. Byron. I apologize for this sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of materiel aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in back alleys, I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Why not?
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant?
Oh, right, it says here on the letter. I wonder indeed. Hold on. Oh yeah, it is just that one. Okay, so there's nothing else in the hideaway to get? Looks like it. Alright. Don't turn to the camera, Clive. I wasn't talking to you. He is a far way away from the port. And Byron's mansion. Why is he out in Martha's Rest? Com video game. There you go. Alrighty then. No.
Have you heard the latest from Twinside?
Is he upstairs?
Never trust an owl bearing good news, I
My
say.
lord, Marquis, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
That would probably make the most sense. Like, trying to, for the last remaining kind of or the last remaining, like, standing structure of, like, society on the fucking, continent with any sense of order. Trying to keep things steady. Though I don't think many places will be okay with that. Oh.
It'd be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy.
Smooth like Butler. Shut the fuck up, game. Damn you, Koji Fox.
Ready, go?
Faster!
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Oh boy.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh.
Stay down! Maruna!
Easy.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
I was just going to take it for myself. So go right ahead.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
So yeah, places haven't quite fallen apart, but most of what
road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Most of the structures actually keeping order have just like kind of just straight up fallen apart because they don't exist anymore, or the people who are in charge of them are now saving their own hides. Sorry, sir, I didn't mean to step on you. Hi.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
Then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Goody.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Nice try.
Oh, damn it. And stop attacking. You know what I wasn't doing with the Bahamut shit though? I wasn't actually popping DT. So I should probably do some more labbing with that then.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
Christ, I've got to get out of here.
All of them.
That man could wield fire.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along...
You still got blood on you, my man.
Me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Oh, you know what? I should look at something. Sorry, I'm gonna need a sec. To be against... that sucks. No, fucking you piece of shit. Okay, there we go. 2:20. So I've got... oh yeah, about 2 hours.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Also, I don't know why I thought the 7 houses were, part of the city-state that Mid and that were in. Obviously that's not the case. Breath of Light reduces flare breath cooldown time. Instead of the 7 houses of Rosaria. Which would be ironic that Rosaria and their people are the ones that end up fixing things, but wouldn't be the first time. Actually, hold on. Oh, this is... oh. Interesting.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The Echoes have a will of their own.
All right. Straight home now.
Ooh, even more. Oh. I moved away. Don't have time for that one. I should probably spend some ability points now I think about it. Don't know what I'm going to spend them on, but... Ooh. I wonder if I should try this. Number of orbs. Because that feels like it could hit a target and a lightning rod. So maybe that's worth a... Maybe that's worth a shot. Oh, no, not resetting all. Don't do that.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Does he always roll with that intensity? Never known Clive to fight like that. Oh. A quest? A side quest? Even? Hi, 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 hello, hi. Oh. Oh, shit. Wait,
You're injured.
aren't you...
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
The ether flood up ahead.
Oh, good.
It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
Help him!
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me. Lord.
Bro, Joshua is right there!
Rest well, soldier.
Come the fuck on! I mean, I guess you, like... you have to write it so just in case he's not here, because you might...
Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
God, that's fucking stupid.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
Oh my god. Oh. I hit that twice, asshole. I gotta see what the cooldown is on that ability. Yeah, not the Akashic Chocobo. Yeah. Poor bird.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Damn, you were lucky, bro. What is the cooldown of this thing? No, I... 25 seconds, damn. Wait, do you have to... Launch several spheres of concentrated light. Pressing execute a second time will cause the spheres to explode. So they don't explode by themselves, you need to cause them to explode. What the fuck was that, Clive? Jesus.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
Brought Joshua with you.
Fuck. Oh, that's
good.
good.
To send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
What did I get? Nothing? He handed you something. What? Oh, okay, there we go. Meteorite.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
I was gonna say...
You must have me confused with someone else.
Oh.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
No.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No.
I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
I mean, in some regard, I don't blame him, but also, like, bro, pick your fucking fights. God. I'm good, thanks.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Okay, I thought we were gonna talk more, but obviously not.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor. Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Hi.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Diamond sword. Oh yeah. I was gonna craft one of those eventually. Because it looks cool.
Of course.
Actually, I should start
Anything
buying
else?
these things. I don't
Take
have
care.
anything else to spend gil on. Oh, thank you.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Hey, how come Joshua didn't walk into the room until literally just now? That's stupid.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waluda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Meanwhile, free cities of Kara.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
What the fuck?
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Walud been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
before we move on from that, I'm worried. There's two sets of primal powers we haven't gotten yet, and one of them is clearly being signaled as the final boss. Well, final dominant we fight. What? I guess it's possible we might get Shiva after Odin. I'd be kind of surprised, but like it would feel more appropriate to leave that to last because it's probably going to require Jill giving Clive her powers. Oh, that's...
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike. His very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
What if he just...
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Maybe the whole Fallen thing was actually just, like, Dominance biting the hand that feeds them. And Ultima just slammed them down, or something akin to Ultima. Because specifically it's turned up in Fallen Ruins before, so there must be some knowledge of Ultima stretching back there, and given that there's a whole tale of the Fallen being slammed into the earth for their hubris, it kind of makes sense that that might have been Ultima. I'm going to take another break here. This is probably going to be the last break of the stream. I've got less than 2 hours before I need to go. And I probably want, like, a good 20-30 minutes before I actually go to just get ready. So yeah, I'm going to get some more water, and when we come back, hopefully we don't get locked into story at the end of this. I'm back. Just a quick one. All right.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is bold enough to heed her call?
Me,
Is
me.
that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Corava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin.
Gilbert? We don't see anything.
And I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
Yep, why not?
Right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Alrighty then. I can do that. One dead beast coming right up. Wait. Fuck.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix.
Thanks, Fortuno.
Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
You accept the Phoenix down. God
As
damn
long as
it.
you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
Alright, which fucking way am I going for? I
Cyril
see.
seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Oh, okay, nothing to say to that. Alright.
The free cities under siege.
Yeah, right. There we go. Out from behind a rock. God.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
I'm doing a thing. Don't you fucking worry.
on the ground.
I'm good, thanks. God. That is such a good shot of the fucking, Oh. Oh, another dragon, of course.
Old he may be.
Oh, god damn it.
There's still plenty of fight in him yet.
What's an on thing? Bullshit. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, I fucked that up. That's not bad. Fuck. I had to get one in. Eva's skin. The thick-scaled skin of an Evis, claimed by some to be as old as the mountains themselves. It has most likely seen but a decade or two.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
No, other way around. The fuck? There's one up there?
Here's your hide. As requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Alright, how the fuck do I get up there? That looks like a plan.
Beneath the flood, yes.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't take like a brief tour of this place. This is like one of the more intricately designed places we've seen so far.
You there, the strapping lad with the sword.
Hi.
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. One each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Alright. You know, I do love reading. Children of the hunters, now tellers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Thank you for the dinner.
Oh. Whoops. Sorry, child. Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home. Golden Plains?
What Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Yeah, nothing comes to mind from that description.
Not a scratch on them.
Maybe from Sanbrek, maybe like Sanbrek?
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamel.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Don't you think?
Today Day is Labor Day.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bow.
Thanks.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself.
They're really not that far away, my
Tease me
dude.
now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
To the south? It was none of those.
Guardians of the Crystal. The
Oh,
first stones
that was...
of Tabor.
No, wasn't it north,
Sacred hold
south,
thy
and
noble
east?
blood
Wait.
till ends the...
Wait a minute. If they were north, south, and east... Oh no, I could have started east, gone to south, then gone to north. Or sorry. No, wait. We went around clockwise and found 3. So we either saw north first. We had to either have seen east or north first for south to be last. Oh yeah, okay. East, north, south. Okay, no, that does make sense. Never mind.
Father's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wondrous Golden Plains.
Wonders of the Golden Plains. Lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Maybe I went about these in the wrong direction.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all 3.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, 1 for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Yippee. You'd think Tabor would be a little bit more important based on what we've heard so far, but yeah. I think I'm actually gonna wrap up here. I can already feel myself kind of waning, and I have other stuff I need to do. So I think we're probably gonna call it here, just to make sure I still have time to do shit and I'm not, like, completely exhausting myself. I'll do a quick round trip to just sell off some shit, check the blacksmith, and then we'll call it a stream. Oh, hi?
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
Karen, I don't...
Them rumours Wet Legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular. Time
out. Why wasn't this part of the quest? Why did we have to talk to Karen afterward to get the...
About who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint Gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Why wasn't that part of the, like, it's good that that's there, but why isn't that part of the quest? Huh? What the fuck? That's so weird.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Video game, what are you doing?
Oh.
Good fucking lord.
What's that for you, dear?
Is this still... Oh, I already have one of those. Still don't have gelatinous mess. Oh, no, but I do have those already. Okay.
Anything else?
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I can feel myself fading already, so... It's a good spot to call it, I think, especially because I feel like we're about to start getting into some heavy story stuff and I don't want to be locked in for another hour. Yeah, so... I didn't talk about it earlier, but I think it's probably worth talking about. You might be wondering, hey Wolfie, didn't Path of Exile 2 come out? What? You throw like hours of your life at Path of Exile every time it comes out with something. Why Path of Exile 2? And the answer is I won't be playing that initially. I get to play that game for the first time once. And there are two things I want out of that. First off, I want to go through the entire story not knowing anything. So, if I played Early Access, which has Acts 1 to 3 and not 4, 5, and 6, I'd be getting to a certain point of the game and then treating it like the grind it is, and then, you know, once the acts do get added in, I'd be in a bit of a weird spot. Second, I do want to throw myself kind of raw into the game, but I'm not the kind of person that would definitely be good at making his own builds. So, like, I at least want some people to do some, like, initial groundwork on, like, really specific mechanics, so that I'm, like, I kind of have an idea of what's going on. Not that some of it's, like, too difficult to understand, but there's, like, caveats that reading some stuff I've already seen about Path of Exile 2, I already have, like, a ton of questions of, like, how does this mechanic work? This doesn't work like this anymore, but that makes it seem like, this could affect a thing that wasn't affected by this in Path of Exile 1. And when I want to start off with, like, Chaos Dot, because Chaos Dot, my beloved, I kind of want some of those questions answered before I pick a build. Not because I want to look up a build guide. I'm going to go as raw outside of that. Or, sorry, as blind as I can outside of that. But, yeah, there's just, like, a couple of things here and there that people figure out in early access. And, yeah, that would make my experience a bit better. But the primary thing is really the story. Like, I get to play through that game's story once. And I want to do it blind and take my time to go through it. Speaking of which, I've been talking for a long time about doing a Path of Exile 1 playthrough where I actually sit through and listen to all the conversations I can and just absorb as much lore as I can. Which I'm probably going to do after 16. there isn't going to be a Path of Exile League for a little bit, I think. So I think it'd be a good thing to kind of, like, scratch that itch without going to Path of Exile 2 and not having something new to actually chip away at. I've already got a build prepared for that too, so, yeah, I think it'll be a good time. And especially because I'm writing some things, I think it might be good refresher for some details. So yeah, I don't know when that's going to start. It might start over the holidays. It might be in January, but it's one of the two. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's all, like, broad stuff to bring up. So, tomorrow, we're going to be still doing Ace Attorney. I'm pretty sure Mina's still on board, and hopefully I've actually recovered by tomorrow. And then it'll be a new week. Again, not doing anything during the week. For the foreseeable future, just because of the holidays and that. I got a lot of shit to get done. So it'll probably be next weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do 16, and hopefully we can do some more Ace Attorney. I am going to be out Saturday night, so there's a non-insignificant chance that I might not be okay for Sunday, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there for now. So, thank you very much for watching live on the VODs. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I hope to see you all next time.